Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Grab a seat. Grab a seat. We're going to kick off today. Thank you all and welcome to the Ethnic Advantage Conference of Dunedin. This is the first of the series that will be held throughout New Zealand in the coming months. Now, my name is Taryn. I'm going to be your MC for today. I'll also be participating in the plenary, rocking the cultural quotation after lunch, and then some stand-up at the end of the day. So, hands up, make a noise if it's your first time to Dunedin. No, everyone's from Dunedin. Okay, that's great. That's great. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to start off, and I'd like to take this time to now acknowledge some VIP guests and prominent leaders in the community before I go into some housekeeping, and then we'll kick off the day. So I'd also like to acknowledge Andrea Murrell from the MAR Columbia. Vinay Sood, the chair of the Indian Community Southland, welcome. Wazim Askar, Otago Syrian Society. Asim Hussain, Pakistan Association of New Zealand Otago. Olga Vyazenko, Ukrainian Community, Siu Jean Mu from the Otago and Southland Chinese Society, Regina Bennett from the Invercargill Filipino Dance Group, Sylvia Dankosi, Welcome Communities Lake District Council, G. Gasparin, Police Ethnic Officer Southland, Amelia Schubarth, Welcome Communities Invercargill Council, welcome. If I've said your name wrong, I profusely apologise. Ethnic is not my first language. I was born here, but here's the thing. Now, the main purpose of the conference is to aim to create another two-way communication channel with our community, strengthen our relationship with them, celebrate their successes, grow their knowledge, and ensure that their concerns are well considered in government policies and actions. Now, also, if you have anything or you want to know what's going on throughout the day, on your table, there is one of these brochures. You can have a look through the schedule. That'll give you all the stuff that's needed to be required. And also, just a little reminder that there are prayer rooms available for anybody who needs to go and use them on the second floor at 2A. Does anyone have any questions? Good, because I'm not answering any. We've got a really busy day, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick off the day now, and I'm going to invite Matt to the stage where he's going to perform a little karakia for you all.
Whakataka te hau ki te uru. Whakataka te hau ki te tonga. Kia mā kina kina ki uta. Kia mā taratara ki tai. E hi aka ana te atakura. He tio, he huka, he hou hu. Ti hei mauri ora. Cease the winds from the west. Cease the winds from the south. Let the breeze blow over the land. Let the breeze blow over the ocean. Let the red-tipped dawn come with a sharpened ear. A touch of frost, a promise of a glorious day in beautiful Ōtepoti.
Thank you, Matt. Okay, we're going to kick off now with a short video from the Honorary Priyanka Radhakrishnan, Ministry for Diversity, Inclusion and Ethnic Communities.
Tēnā koutou katoa. Thank you all for taking time out of your weekend to be here today at the Ministry's Ethnic Advantage Conference. I also want to thank the team at the Ministry for Ethnic Communities for organising today's sessions. I would have loved to have been able to be there in person with you all, and I'm really sorry that I couldn't make that happen. I believe it's important for us to have annual forums to discuss concerns, aspirations, and opportunities for our communities, to strengthen relationships, and to both inspire and be inspired. Aotearoa New Zealand is one of the world's most ethnically diverse countries. I firmly believe that this is a source of strength. Our government is committed to celebrating diversity, taking tangible steps to improve inclusion, and to supporting others to strengthen social cohesion. It's about ensuring that our diverse communities can thrive and turn our diversity into a competitive advantage. Dialogue is necessary, it's essential to get us to where we want to be. And it's important that we have safe spaces to have those conversations. This conference is one platform that promotes constructive dialogue leading to equitable outcomes for our communities. I know that you have a pretty comprehensive program today that will touch on issues that matter to our communities. Issues like equitable access to health services, access to funding opportunities, and our relationships with the countries that we whakapapa to. I'm sure you'll take this opportunity to meet someone new or to reconnect with those you may not have seen for a while. I also hope that you have some fun and that you leave feeling like this was time well spent. Thank you again for being part of this conference series. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa.
Can we please welcome to the stage Deputy Chief Executive Policy and Analytics Ministry of Ethnic Communities, Pratima Navasavaya, please.
Tēnā koutou katoa. I greet you in the various languages spoken by our ethnic communities here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. And it is with great pleasure that I greet you in my own language, Tamil. I'm representing the Chief Executive of the Ministry for Ethnic Communities here today, who's unable to be here. He sends his greetings and best wishes. Firstly, I begin with heartfelt thanks to each one of you. Thank you for accepting our invitation to be part of the first Ethnic Advantage Conference. I would like to especially acknowledge our guest speaker, Mr. Richard Joseph, President of the Cedars of Lebanon Club Incorporated, Sophie Barker, our Deputy Mayor of Ōtepoti Dunedin, our panelists and moderators who have come down to Dunedin from across the Motu. I'd also like to thank Lisa de Klerk from the Malcolm Charitable Trust. She's responsible for the lovely origami that you have on your table. Thank you to all our communities that are here, and in addition to those acknowledged by Tarun, I acknowledge that you've come from different parts, a large contingent from Invercargill, from Stewart Island, Queenstown, Oamaru, and North Otago. I'd like to acknowledge Mr. Lux Salvanason, Dunedin Multi-Ethnic Council, Dante Venezuela, Southland Filipino Society, Maria Bolden, Waitaki Multicultural Council. Thank you for making the time to be here today. There's a beautiful Saturday here in Dunedin, and you could have chosen to spend that with your loved ones, but here you are with us, with each other, to participate in some very important kaupapa on issues that are dear to ethnic communities here in this country. Now, today's conference is part of a series of national annual flagship conferences the ministry will be hosting. You, Dunedin, are number one. We've got two others. The other one is in Christchurch on the 3rd of December and in Auckland in March 2023. Why a conference, you might ask? When the ministry was established about a year ago, we consulted our ethnic communities on what you wanted, and you were very clear. You said that you wanted to belong. You said you wanted to contribute. You also said that you wanted to be seen as contributors to Aotearoa New Zealand's growth. These conferences go some way to achieving that vision that you had. These conferences are an opportunity for our communities and our key stakeholders, and by that I mean our community organisations, our service providers, local and central government, to connect, inform and grow together. We have organised these conferences in the hope that they will provide a platform to help build social cohesion and inclusion by connecting people across our diverse ethnic communities and with other communities. Create, like the Minister said, a safe space for knowledge and information support, to support each other's work, to enable your thought leadership on issues that are front of mind for ethnic communities across the Motu. These conferences also reflect the partnership the ministry would like to continue with our mandated communities and our stakeholders. And as Tarun mentioned, these are a two-way communication channel to strengthen our relationships, to celebrate your successes and understand your challenges so we can better address them. Collectively, this will enable us to showcase that diversity is an advantage to our society, and ethnic communities are great assets and valuable contributors to the progress and prosperity of Aotearoa New Zealand. So Dunedin, I would like to finish my opening remarks by saying this. Aotearoa is not becoming super diverse. It already is. Our ethnic communities make up about 20% of our population. Dunedin is becoming more diverse. By next year, almost 10% of Dunedin's population will identify as Asian alone. By 2038, that is projected to be at 14%. So I hope the conference program allows us to explore what that means for your communities, for your city, for your region, and Aotearoa New Zealand as a whole. And as Minister Radhakrishnan indicated, this conference is yours, and the ministry's role here is to facilitate those conversations. I look forward to the kōrero. I encourage you all to speak openly, share your insights, because the reason we are here today is to hear from you. Welcome to the inaugural Ethnic Advantage Conference. Kia ora and thank you.
Thank you, Pratima. I'd now like to invite Deputy Mayor of Dunedin, Sophie Barker, to the stage to say some words.
Tēnā koutou katoa, e hui hui mai nei, e nā mana, e nā reo, e ro rangatira mā. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. To the Ministry for Ethnic Communities Deputy Chief Executive Pratima and your colleagues, to keynote speaker Mr. Richard Joseph, to all conference panellists and attendees, good morning to you all and welcome to Ōtepoti Dunedin for this conference. A special welcome to those of you who have travelled from outside the city to be here. We're delighted you have chosen Ōtepoti as the first city to host an Ethnic Advantage Conference. It is fitting, given Dunedin was New Zealand's first city and has a long and proud history of welcoming new settlers of myriad ethnicities and nationalities. Although we are often perceived as a Scottish city, Dunedin, being the Gaelic name for Edinburgh, our community is actually a medley of different cultures. The area's human history goes back hundreds of years before the first Scottish settlers arrived. In the beginning, the Māori tribal groupings of Waitaha, Ngāti Māmoe and Kaitahu started coming and settling here from about 1200. They were attracted here by the plentiful food sources provided by the Otago Harbour, and also security of mooring for waka and the hope of security against attack from enemies. The first Europeans arrived in the early 1800s looking for seals and whales. And right from when the first Scottish settlers arrived here in 1848, they were assisted and sustained by mana whenua, who helped them with housing and food over that first crucial year when they had few means of supporting themselves. Some of the settlers' surviving diaries indeed acknowledged that they might not have been able to get here or get by without that support. That set a pattern of welcome and hospitality that still thrives in Dunedin today. The discovery of gold in central Otago in the 1860s brought many new migrants from many different cultures: French, American, Irish, Chinese, Poles, Lebanese, and more. While some moved on when the gold ran out, others made Dunedin their home, and their descendants and their cultural influences are still here today. Over the decades, Dunedin has continued to open its doors, adding Dutch, British, Germans, Pacifica people, Vietnamese, Lao and Cambodians, among many others, and most recently, refugees from Syria, Afghanistan and Palestine. All have added to Dunedin's cultural diversity, and history has shown us that new migrants are a long-term benefit to a supportive community. I thank all of you here for the role that you have played in that, and I acknowledge the Ministry for Ethnic Communities and the excellent working relationship they have with the Dunedin City Council, and particularly our community development team. Thank you also to the various local groups who represent their cultures of nurture or descent. It is important that as well as enjoying the activities and benefits of New Zealand life, you also continue to express and share the cultural traditions and customs that you hold dear to you and that enriches us all. Once again, welcome to Ōtepoti Dunedin. Thank you for bringing this conference to our city, and thank you to everyone who helped put together what looks like a fascinating program. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.